Information Director there.
Mhm.
Hey, good evening, everybody. My name is Ben Reisinger. Welcome to C3370, communicating through social media, online media. My name is Ben Reisinger. I'm the professor of this wonderful course at Anderson University. Don't be mistaken by my Bluffton Beavers here. I was the Sports Information Director for 4 years at Bluffton University. Even though I was a Beaver, I was still a Raven, true and through. Soar, Raven, soar all the way. So tonight we were chatting. We missed last week because I was on vacation and I couldn't get the internet to push a nice web video. So we're going to talk some Instagram and YouTube. And it's really cool because we're going to talk about YouTube. You guys should have started a YouTube channel because this is where you're going to submit your final projects to me and things like that when you do your web videos. So, and Instagram, everybody seems to kind of be up on Instagram right now. It's kind of one of those popular dudes. You know, it's a social media platform is growing very, very rapidly. So we'll chat that. So let me minimize some things here. Any questions from anybody? Anything big for the group? Okay, right on. No questions. So as always, we're starting with our social media fail of the week, and it's a funny one. It really is a funny one. Okay. Again, social media is so prominent. It's so in the mainstream now. Fails and things happen constantly all the time, and this is no different. Okay, so when was it? October the 15th. Okay, October the 15th, and I'm getting this information from the New York Post, but it's also on CNN. It's also on Mashable, things like that. Um, there was a adult film star, and she was flying in Europe. Okay, and I don't know what her name is. It's Nikita Belluccia. She took to social media to ask for information about her delayed flight, and she didn't expect the response that she got. She said, and this was her tweet, "Can we have some information about flight T03743? It's been delayed 4 times this morning, and there's no information about it." Okay? So as she tweeted that to the airline, and the airline was called Transavia France, and there it's TRANSAVIAFR. That's the name of the airline's Twitter handle. Transavia France, I think is what it's called, okay? So they tweeted her back, and they tweeted her back something that was very kind of rude, and they said that the flight is scheduled for 14:30. If it's just that with you, but if it's with you, we prefer that things last longer and stay later in the day. Have a good day. I remain available with a smiley face. So they
Oh my
were
God.
making a horrible sexual innuendo to this woman who tweeted them, and this was the airline that did this. What the heck are these people thinking? It doesn't matter who is flying on your airline. It doesn't matter what they do. You don't do things like that. So it goes on and it gets better. And again, you guys can Google this. Following the outrage from her supporters, the airline issued a groveling apology in a series of tweets. Not one, not two, but like 4 tweets. So basically they said, "I am so sorry you were offended by the joke. I was just trying to lighten the mood. Again, I am sorry. The plane will leave shortly." There was their first tweet. Second tweet. "Good evening. We return to you again to apologize for this tweet and our delay. Our customer service will contact you soon by email about the delay of our flight. Good night." Okay? So, and whatever they're called, Transavia France airline. Okay? That's TRANSAVIAFR is their Twitter handle. So these guys, I mean, again, and the reason I'm telling you guys about this is I want you to understand it doesn't matter who is talking to you online. It doesn't matter who might be tweeting you. It doesn't matter who might be Facebooking you. You have to take everybody seriously, even if you don't agree with them, even if you don't agree with their lifestyle, whatever they are doing. You cannot do that stuff to people today. You cannot make little pun jokes, no matter what the pun joke may be, and this and that, because it's just going to backfire and it's going to blow up in your face. Okay, so there is this week's social media fail of the week from Transavia France Airlines. So as you guys see, you know, they don't stop. I always think sometimes, I usually do this about 2 to 3 hours before class, start Googling social media fails, and then I just put in the dates and things like that, and it's just amazing the things that come up. So let me ask you guys, anybody know of any social media fails or anything happened with you guys personally or professionally? All right, right on. That's good. That's good. Okay, let me close that. And let's talk Instagram. Woo! Okay, so Instagram. I'll tell you this. I love Instagram. Do you guys love Instagram? Seriously? Or is it just eh? Let's just start down the road. We only got 4 of you. Allison, what do you think of Instagram?
I don't like to post things very often, but I like to see other people's posts and what they're doing, like companies and friends and stuff. But
So why don't you like to post?
I think it's a hassle. I don't like all the filters and the hashtags. I just don't care.
Hey, you don't have to use all the filters and hashtags. I do a lot of posts without filters now, just to let you know. But I totally get that. I totally get that. It's everybody's opinion. All right, Christiana, what do you think about Instagram?
Yeah, I love Instagram. Just because I'm more of a visually creative person, and I enjoy seeing others like creativity visually. I enjoy following other people more than I like posting, but it's not that I don't like posting either. So, yeah, I like it both ways.
Cool. All right. Courtney, Instagram thoughts.
I love Instagram. It's up there, my favorite of the social media platforms. Probably runner up to Facebook. But I think it's fun. I follow different companies and a lot of my friends. I think it's getting more and more popular. When I first got it, I really didn't like it because like none of my friends had it. But then like lately in the last year or so, it's really caught on.
Everybody has it. Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Meg, what do you think?
I really like Instagram. I think it's fun to look at it and post, and I like it just to like keep up with friends and like get ideas for different things. And I like to follow like clothing companies, and then I also just like it for like family reasons too. So.
No, that's cool. Right on. Nice job, guys. So everybody replied all to the email from last week, so you now have seen everybody's favorite Instagram accounts. And I'll tell you, you guys had some really, really cool accounts. I mean, there's some neat things that go on Instagram. But, excuse me. Okay, Instagram, just very brief history. Started in 2010. It was started by these two guys that kind of just wanted to do something with pictures. They didn't really know what they wanted to, and it got kind of started as a class project. Can you believe that? A class project in 2010. Okay. So by 2012, 2 years, there were 300 million users of Instagram. I mean, that shows you how quickly that the platform really rose to prominence, you know, and it was just, again, the square pics. That's all you could do was square pics. Then in April of 2012, Facebook bought Instagram for $1 billion. And that wasn't all cash. It was like half cash and half stock options in Facebook. But I mean, $1 billion. These guys started a platform, and within 2.5 years, they sell it for $1 billion. That is insane. That's crazy. I mean, that just shows you guys, and I want you to realize this. This is why I'm like getting all hype about this, how things happen so quickly in the social media universe and how things really catch on. And if you're using or you're communicating through social media, you have to stay on top of these things. You have to read your blogs. You have to be on Mashable, Social Media Examiner. I mean, there's a ton of them, things like that. Those are two of my favorites, okay? So since 2012, there have been lots of filters added. Now you can do videos. Everybody knows you can do videos. And now it doesn't have to just be a square pic. It can be any size pic. You know, I mean, you name it. When you're scrolling through your news feed, it just shows a square pic, but you can use any size of picture now. You see those two little arrows. You know, you hit that, and it'll show, and it'll pull in the whole picture into the frame. Excuse me. Woo! I'm struggling a little bit. So, really, Instagram is one of the largest players that are out there right now. I mean, it's as far as the social media game goes, Instagram is there. They're doing great, and the platform is showing no signs of slowing down whatsoever. Instagram is growing rapidly within the older demographics and the younger demographics in the last 2 years, okay? I use Instagram for Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital. And with that Instagram account, I follow types of hospitals, I follow types of healthcare, I follow patients, if I know that they're a patient or an employee, things like that. And I've really, really seen some good things happen from Instagram posts as far as interactions go, as for, you know, an older demographic and interactions with our younger demographics too. So, you know, I'm really, really hyped on Instagram and what it's doing. Excuse me, I gotta take another drink. Anybody have anything? Nope. Okay, man, you guys are a quiet group tonight. Shoot. Woo! I'll talk for us all then. All right. So, Instagram. I want to talk about some of my favorite Instagram accounts that, you know, are out there. I love Target. You guys follow Target? Anybody else follow them? If you haven't, follow them. They are amazing with Instagram. They do videos. They do like 2 or 3 Instagram pictures that create like a larger picture. They are just very, very good at connecting, number one, with their audience, and number two, showing their audience what they want to see, and number three, when people respond to them or people ask them questions, their social media team is right on it, and they get right back with them, and they will actually talk with them. I've actually chatted one time with Target, and it was about Star Wars toys. Okay, I mean, you guys can't see that I'm a fanboy, obviously. And I chatted with them, and they talked back to me, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Again, people love it when those brands, when, you know, you chat with them, when you say something, you know, I mean, it just makes you feel, oh, lovey-dovey and warm inside. You know, that's cool. Target cares about me. Target talked to me about Star Wars toys. That's radical. You know, I love that. I love that. Has anybody ever had any interaction with any type of a brand on Instagram? Has anybody ever chatted back with you or, you know, left a comment or anything? Nobody?
Actually, this last week, I thought it was kind of strange. I follow this boutique on Instagram, and I like their stuff all the time because I think it's...
What's the account?
Spool72.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called. It's just like a boutique clothing place, and they started, or I got on my Instagram account and I had like 7 likes, and I was like, what is this? And they had like gone through and like liked a bunch of my last pictures. I was like, what is going on? But I mean, it was cool because it's like, I guess they recognize that I'm like liking their things, and
you're their demographic, so they're like, oh, if we give, you know, Meg a little bit of love, right, maybe she'll come into the store, right?
Right.
Right? Cool. Very cool. Anybody else? No? Okay, keep going. I'm telling you, it's out there, and somebody will interact with you guys. I promise you 100%. Okay? Another favorite account for myself, and it's really since I just moved up to Michigan, but I really didn't understand how good they were at doing their Instagram. Pure Michigan. Okay? That is the Michigan tourism and travel industry account. But if you follow Pure Michigan on Instagram, they're really, really good. And if you want a local, like an Indianapolis one, Indy DT, which is downtown Indy, they had a really, really good handle too, and they do some really good stuff. Now I do know Anderson University is not on Instagram, are they?
Yeah. The admission. Yeah.
Okay. So I need to follow AU, but I'll tell you, this is why I was talking about this. Do you know that President Pistol is on Instagram?
Yeah. Yeah. They're nuts. He's hilarious. He like always posts selfies and stuff.
Yep.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
He gets it. He gets it, you guys. He gets that, hey, I'm chatting with these people. I'm chatting with these students. They want to see me interacting. I mean, everybody loves a selfie. You know, I mean, I took 1,000,000 selfies down in Old Mexico with my lovely lady. You know, I mean, we just love to take a selfie. So everybody follows President Pistol, right? Prespistole. Okay, cool, man. Cool. Interact with him. Actually, I was chatting with him. I was leaving comments and stuff like that, and he wrote a comment back to me once and stuff like that. I was like, oh, you know, go Ravens and things like that. So I think that's cool. And I'll tell you this: you're not going to find a lot of college presidents on Instagram. I mean, the fact that he was on Twitter, first off, you know, gets it, and the fact that he's on Instagram now and he's doing this, I mean, that's just fantastic. But I'll tell you this, he learned from the best. You guys know that he came from the TSA, right? The
Mhm.
Traffic and Security and Safety Administration. If you guys don't follow TSA on Instagram, it's one of the funniest stinking Instagram accounts I've ever followed. Literally, it's literally just TSA. I think it's TSA. Let me go to it. But they tweet and they Instagram pictures of stuff they confiscate and like crazy stuff that people bring to the baggage claims and stuff, and it's nuts. You're like, man, like there's a jujitsu sword. Somebody really thought they were going to take a jujitsu long blade like on a plane or something like that. I mean, it's crazy. It's awesome. Let me go. Okay, I'm looking right here on my Instagram. Woo. Oh, you guys can't see it, but okay. So let's see here. Let me make sure TSA because I want you guys. Yep, it's just
There's
TSA.
Yeah, I just started following it.
There's a key with a knife.
That's so weird.
Look at this last one. There was a shotgun shell knife that was discovered in a carry-on bag at Roanoke.
Wow.
I mean, it's just nuts. Look at all those guns.
A tomahawk.
Yeah, the
It's like
tomahawk.
the same message over and over again. It's like, all knives are prohibited from carry-on bags. It's like, all knives are prohibited from carry-on bags. It's like the same
Oh
thing.
my god.
I like the one from a week ago where it's a multi-tool was detected inside this flashlight's battery compartment at Louis Armstrong New Orleans Airport. So it's like, come on, people. I mean, it's just crazy stuff. But the reason I got on this whole TSA kick, yes, President Pistol learned from probably some of the best. I'm sure that the TSA has quite a digital media team working for them and pushing these things out. So it's pretty cool. All right. That's about all I'm going to get into here with Instagram. Again, you guys know that it's more than just a square pic now. You guys understand that you can do 15-second videos, and Instagram's only going to continue to evolve. And you guys know that if you post a picture on Facebook now, and you post it directly to Facebook, have you guys seen the Instagram filters on Facebook? So after Facebook acquired Instagram, they call them a different name. There's all these filters on Facebook now on your personal pages, you know, like kind of like Instagram, and they never had that until they bought out Instagram. So it was kind of cool to see that happen. But now we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to talk the big dog of the house, man, YouTube. I love YouTube. I think YouTube is awesome. I'll say this: YouTube just had their big 10th birthday and stuff like that, and man, they've come a long way since YouTube started. You know, basically YouTube was started as an educational component to help educate people and things like that, and it really just flew around into the whole web video, and it really helped mainstream social media. And still to this day, there's no other, you know, there's Vimeo, and there are these other, you know, like web video launching platforms and things like that. No video platform does what YouTube does. Now, Vimeo is pretty good, and they've gotten kind of big and stuff like that, but they're still not to the point. They don't reach the people that YouTube does, okay? Now, everybody here has made your YouTube account, right? Okay, or maybe whatever. Okay, make sure you make your YouTube account. You set it up through your Gmail, and so this is what I'm going to get into, what I want you guys to do with your YouTube account, okay? Make sure it's set up. If you guys go to my YouTube page, you'll see that I got a cover photo. I got a beautiful profile picture, things like that. I have links to my website, to my other social handles. Make sure you have that stuff done, okay? This YouTube channel will live with you guys forever. I'm telling you, you know, people want to read less and less and less. You know, people are wanting to watch videos more. I've seen amazing success done with web videos, whereas if I would have put the same type of content into a blog, like a written form type of blog, where people would have to read, I know it wouldn't have reached near as half as many people as it did being a web video, okay? Excuse me. Woo. All right, let me open up my other screen here where we can talk about the U to the tube. Alrighty. So anybody hear the big news from YouTube in the last few days? Anybody know what that is?
About YouTube?
YouTube Red. Anybody heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah? What is it? You want to tell everybody what it is, Christiana?
Well, a couple of friends and I were talking about it today. I guess from what I understand, it's basically where you can pay $10 a month for YouTube. You don't have to go through all of the ads that they play on YouTube. And you can also add videos. That way you can, like, to a playlist. That way you can watch them offline. Like, you don't have to be on Wi-Fi or have data to play them. Is that right?
No, you got it.
Like that, yeah.
Woo! So basically, it's a paid subscription service with the. Okay, so do you guys know what I'm talking about if I mention Amazon Prime? And you know how Amazon Prime, you can buy goods and stuff with that, but they also have this whole video component of it. Recently, Amazon Prime said, okay, you can download our stuff and you can watch. I mean, that's huge. Think about that. If you're on an airplane or you're traveling and you don't have any type of internet connection, to be able to download that stuff ahead of time and just have it natively on your device is a big, big deal. Well, YouTube is following. I mean, YouTube is already monetized, okay? I want you guys to understand that. Just like every other social media channel, and you've all seen it. You've all been on YouTube, the ads, and if you click on the ads, you know, those actually give pennies to the people that place those ads on there. I've actually, when I had my show Do It Indie, and we were more of a web-based show in Indianapolis, I had ads on, and we would make, you know, $5, $10, $15, something like that. Not a lot of money. It takes a lot to make a ton of money off of YouTube, okay? So I don't want you guys thinking, oh, I'm going to make thousands of dollars off of YouTube with my awesome social media video. You know, you might make about 10, 20 bucks, which is cool, better than nothing, right? You know, if you set up for monetization. But yes, they now have their paid subscription service. I subscribe to Hulu right now, okay? And on Hulu, there's also another thing. I pay, I think it's $8 or $9 a month for Hulu. And on Hulu now, you can pay $12 a month, and you can watch it ad-free and stuff. So it's really cool. Woo, sorry. That little froggy in my throat. Woo, my apologies. So YouTube, okay. If you go again to my YouTube channel, you'll see how I have the basic setup of things. I want you guys to set your pages up like that for your final project, okay? Because you're going to take your video, you're going to put your video on YouTube, and then you're going to take the embed code from YouTube and you're going to put that into your WordPress or whatever you use for your blog, okay? It's very simple, very easy to do. It's just a copy and paste, and you know, it's not hard. Don't be freaked out by it, okay? So right here, okay, so YouTube was created by 3 former PayPal employees in February of 2005, okay? Google bought, okay, and this is what I'm saying, man. Google bought YouTube, so that was 2005. Then in 2006, Google bought YouTube. So everybody knows that Google owns YouTube now. I didn't know if you know that or not. That's why YouTube works so well with your native searches and things like that, okay? So in 2.5 years, they bought YouTube for $1.65 billion from these 3 guys. Unbelievable. That's what I'm saying. If you guys know any coders, you guys know any developers, you know, those are good people to have, you know, around to know and be like, hey, what's up, dude? What's up, dudette? You want to make a platform or something like that? You never know what's going to take off, okay? Well, that Google, you know, they've gone through a lot of changes throughout the years and blah, 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 blah. And in 2014, excuse me, man, I needed some more Coca-Cola. Woo! Okay, in 2014, it started, and it's still going this way, and now in 2015, every single minute, and I think this is to show you guys the power of YouTube, every single minute, 300 hours of new video footage is uploaded to YouTube. That's intense. That's a lot of videos, okay? That's videos on anything and everything. I tell people this a lot. If you're wanting to learn how to do something, or like let's say you're wanting to try a new hobby, YouTube it. YouTube has now surpassed Google. It's, some people will say no. Some people will say Google's right above YouTube, but YouTube has really surpassed Google now as the #1 search engine in the world. Okay? Anything and everything you want to know, how you Google it, and you go to google.com or you just pop open your Chrome browser and you just type in whatever, that all will be on video somewhere. I guarantee it. And if you guys can stump me and show me something that, hey, I'll give you extra credit, send it around or tweet me this or that, something that you want to see that's not on YouTube, I would love to see that. I mean, I have really searched the most obscure things, and everything is on YouTube, 100%, okay? It's awesome. YouTube has evolved, okay? And I want you guys to know this. When you upload your video now, there is a lot of options for you to do small types of video editing straight from YouTube. Now you can't cut, and place imagery and things like that in, but YouTube has music. YouTube can help with shaky video. There are filters, just like there are with Instagram and Facebook pictures and things like that. And you can use these filters, okay? Like if you want to change the whole look of your video. There was this filter 4 years ago when we were doing our Do It Indie show. It was the Halloween really spooky show, okay? And so like when we started to talk about Halloween stuff, we actually put in this filter from YouTube that made it look like an old 1930s type of film, and it went black and white and got kind of shaky and things like that. So there's some fun things that you can do. Music. If you guys want to use any music with your video, there is now literally about 100 or 200 songs that YouTube has royalty-free that you can add to your videos. Which, again, is a pretty amazing thing, all right? Annotations. You guys know what I mean by annotations on a video? Anybody? Okay, so you're watching your video, okay? Have you guys ever seen that crazy bar that like pops up and is a color and like might have something, click here to watch this video or click here to watch part 2 or something like that? That is an annotation. Now YouTube lets you do those about 4 or 5 different ways. You can do a speech bubble, you can just do like a little floating thing at the top, bottom, you can do it like just a text bar and things like that, and you can actually link back to other YouTube videos and other websites now, so it's a really, really important tool to have. And if you guys, let's say you're doing your final web video and you want to talk about something or you want to link back to another video, feel free to do that, okay? Use an annotation. It's just one of the cool tools that will help you. Now, how I've used the annotations in the past, I've had like a set of 3 videos in a series, and after you watch the first one, click here to watch part 2, and after you watch part 2, click here to watch part 3. And part 3, it's like click here to watch the beginning and stuff like that. I always try to throw back and do an annotation when I can on a video because that just helps you out and it helps you move, your stuff around, within the whole interwebs thing. Whew, I am talking too much again. Okay, let me ask you guys this. You guys, who here, you all watch YouTube, right? Does anybody have a favorite YouTube channel? Okay. Anybody?
I have 4. One, but it's just for music.
Do you?
Yeah.
So you don't usually watch web videos, but you're all about the, the music videos and stuff like that, and just using it as a music source.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. I do the same thing, honestly, yeah, when I'm at work. If I want to listen to some music. Okay, anybody else? Allison, what do you think? Do you have a favorite YouTuber?
No, I just look if I want to listen to a particular song. But no, I don't have any favorite.
No?
Okay. I don't actually have any.
Courtney or Meg, do you guys have any favorite YouTubers?
No, I'm the same way. I just get on there for like music or like if someone like tells me to watch a certain video, like I don't subscribe to any channels or anything.
Sure. Okay. Meg?
Courtney. No, you're fine. Yeah, I pretty much just use it for music. I mean, there's one guy I kind of follow. His name's Olin Rogers. He's like a comedian, so like I guess if I subscribe to anyone, it's him. Other than that, no, I just use it for like music or movie trailers or just everyday videos.
Sure. No, that's cool. Check it out, guys. I'll tell you, there's some really, really good stuff on YouTube. If you've never been to Social Media Examiner's YouTube page, check them out. If you've never been to Mashable's YouTube page, check them out. I like to follow, YouTube now has actual YouTubers. Okay, so there's this thing called, anybody ever heard of a thing called Epic Mealtime?
Yeah,
No?
I
Yeah?
have.
Okay. Have you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Search Epic Mealtime. They're one of Facebook's YouTubers, okay? Or one of YouTube's YouTubers, all right? Basically, Epic Mealtime, these guys take food and create these huge, humongous dinners and like crazy stuff every week. And they get, somewhere between 500,000 to 1,000,000 views a week per their weekly video. I heard that it's been going down lately, that they're not as popular as they used to be. Another one is there's a group of guys, and it's called Play It Again, or Play Again Sports, kind of like the retailer. And these guys go out and do the craziest sports things you would ever imagine. Okay. Another YouTuber sitting here looking at my list is Hannah Hart, Harto, Harto, and she is basically she made herself a kind of a YouTube sensation talking about cooking and stuff like that. So you never know what's going to be on there. And then comedians are on there and stuff like that. People have been found on YouTube. So it really is a platform that has a lot to give out to people. Now let's talk about it in a PR sense, okay? And I'm going to talk about it, as far as like Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital, all right? We use YouTube every day. I put all of our videos on YouTube. It's an amazing source for us, and we've really seen some good things happen from the platform, all right? Woo, excuse me. All right, so if you guys go to if you type in Mary Free Bed into YouTube, you go to Mary Free Bed's page. You can go to it from your apps and your phones or whatever. You'll see there's a few distinct components that I want to talk about that really help with actual pages. Okay, let me go to it here real quick. Make sure Mary Free Bed. Okay. So we have 334 videos on Mary Free Bed's YouTube page, okay? Now I want you to know, too, if you go to our page, just like I asked you guys to do, it's pretty much filled out. There's headers, there's photos. If you go to the About Us section, there's a little description there. It tells me we have 261 subscribers for 243,758 views. And Mary Free Bed, I was not working there then, but joined on October 13th of 2008. Okay, so I've been around since 2013 with Mary Free Bed. If you click on playlist, you'll see about 20 playlists there, all right? Playlists are a very important thing, especially in the whole business realm, the business world of using this with and for YouTube, okay? Playlists help you get searched. If you ever, embed videos into like blogs, into like your websites, things like that, you can actually embed the link of a playlist. So let's say, like, I'm going to give you an example. I have a playlist link to our cancer rehabilitation section on maryfreebed.com, and I linked the playlist. So that way that if somebody's watching a video, it doesn't just go into our next video. It keeps showing you all the videos in that playlist that I want said person to watch. All right, you guys get this, right? Yeah, I mean, you guys are smart. You guys are Ravens. I know what's up. That's cool. Anybody who goes to AU is smart. Woo! Excuse me. All right. The one part I want to show you that a lot of you guys don't know, you can actually set, if you have a business page, you can set a featured video now. You can even do that on a personal page. If you guys go to my page, you'll see that I got some furry, cuddly kittens and my doggies on there and things like that. If you go to the Ben Reisinger page. With Mary Free Bed, we have a general, basically, video to show people, hey, this is about a rehabilitation hospital, and this is what we do. Woo! I hear somebody's watching a YouTube video. Way to go. All right. Oh, man, sorry. The one part that I want to show you here is channels. If you click on Mary Free Bed, you see who we subscribe to. And you see who subscribes to us. Again, it's a good way to find people. If you guys are going to PRSA, or if you guys are going to AU's, site, and you want to see some, videos or see some other things that are related, go to their channels, watch that, look and see who they're subscribing to, look and see who their subscribers are. A lot of people just go to YouTube, type into the search bar what it is, and then they just jet and leave. All right. So dive into it. Have any of you guys ever dove into YouTube? Is this kind of new stuff to you guys? Or you guys just basically, sounds like everybody uses it as their music player now, right? Yeah? Okay, check it out. Check it out. I guarantee you'll love it. I guarantee you'll love it. And you'll be like, maybe this is going to become my search engine of choice. Okay? Let me see here. Let me go there. All right, subscription. So if you're logged in, and this is another thing I want to, okay, YouTube is owned by Google, which owns Gmail, which owns Google Hangouts, which we're on right now, which again makes it a very, very useful tool, all right? The Hangouts that we're using right now for class, I've started to use them at Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation Hospital. A week ago, I did a live web chat with our Director of Security. It was Healthcare Safety and Security Week. I didn't even know it was such a thing, but our Director of Security did. And so we got on and we talked about security. We talked about what people can expect when they come to Mary Free Bed Hospital. You know, if they come to Mary Free Bed Hospital and they feel like they are, you know, like upset, or if they need some help, or if they don't feel safe, what can they do, you know, to find some people? So I sat down and had a candid conversation. It was just like me right here. Snez was right here, you know, and it was just almost like a longer news story segment. All right. So use these things to your advantage. All right. It is an amazing, amazing tool, and people love to see the live streams. I actually had somebody. It shocked me. It was yesterday. It was a patient, and the patient. I was shooting some stuff on my iPad. You know, I was going like, you know, and shooting some fun stuff. Yeah, I got a mustache on the back of my phone case. It's awesome. And this patient came to me and said, "Hey, I saw you on the video." And I said, "What?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And they're like, "The video where you were talking about our safety." And I said, "Oh," I said, "Well, that's fantastic." I said, "What made you watch that?" And they said, "You know, we were looking at Mary Free Bed stuff," and she told me, she goes, "I felt better after watching that video, knowing that the security team at Mary Free Bed has everything covered and everything handled." So to me, that's a win-win. You know, I didn't expect that, but hey, that's cool. That's cool. That's exactly what you're going for. All right. So let me ask you guys this. All right. I want to start with Allison. Okay. So let's say that you're out there. What can you see as a business function for PR? All right, with YouTube. You know, if you're, let's say, who do you want to work for? What do you want to do when you graduate here?
I really don't know at this point.
Okay. I was the same way when I was in your boat. But how would you use YouTube? Let me ask you this. What's something you would do with YouTube? You know, like let's say you're in PR and you're doing PR for this company, you know. What do you think?
Yeah. Maybe to like highlight like a new product or something, kind of showing how it works, like a promo video kind of thing.
Bingo. Those are two very good legitimate uses for that. Products, promotional things. I do both of those things at Mary Free Bed, but I do them in different ways. People wouldn't think about it, but our services are actually our products. So our services are like our spinal cord program, our brain injury program, our stroke rehabilitation program, things like that. All right, Christiana, you're up. Woo!
So in my profession, right?
Sure. What do you do, or what do you want to do?
Oh, with YouTube?
Or no, what's your profession? What do you want to get into?
Right. So just film and television, basically.
Okay, so what would you use YouTube for in film and television?
Yeah, so I think what we see a lot now is using YouTube for in a film and television type of way by kind of putting out sneak peeks to what you're going to see, or things like trailers and whatnot. So it's kind of really easy, but that's what I'd use it for.
No, that's cool. That completely works. All right, Courtney, we're going down the horn.
Well, I want to work in nonprofits after graduation. So, I mean, any kind of like promo video you can do, or if you had like an event, I don't know, you can. It depends on, I guess, the organization you're working for. So. Bingo.
You got to know your audience, but you're right. Being with nonprofits too, YouTube can do some amazing things. A really good nonprofit that I used to work for that does some really great YouTube videos, go to the American Cancer Society.
Okay.
Check their stuff out. It's good stuff. All right, Meg, last but not least.
I want to do stuff with IndyCar or like Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And so I think it would be good to have like driver interviews or ways to pump up the Indy 500 or just like doing all of May. So I think, yeah, mainly interviews with drivers and people that like CEOs and stuff would be good.
Nice, nice. Good job, guys. Man, you guys are thinking like PR people already, man. You guys are PR people. I mean, I can't tell you, but man, you got it. You guys are smart, man. I love this. I love this stuff. And Meg, I know a person that works in marketing at Indy Motor Speedway, so touch base with me offline, and I might be able to help you get a foot in the door, because it is all about who you know now.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on, right on. Okay, guys, I've talked enough. Man, my throat is like, woo, it is on fire. I need to go get some more Coca-Cola. So we're going to end this right here. So let me look real quick. I want to look and see if Round Peg is doing anything, or Indy DMG. And nothing. Nothing. I don't see anything from them right now, and I really wanted you guys to read that. Well, again, follow Indy DMG on Twitter, Indy Digital Marketing Group, and follow Round Peg. They must just be doing it a live feed like this, not tweeting. I thought they were going to tweet out and stuff like that. So that's it. Hey, thank you, everybody. Keep going. Let's see here again. You have, what is it, a 500 or 600 word blog due? 600 word blog on Twitter this end of this week. It's awesome. So go tweet. So, you know, anything on Twitter, whatever you want, you know, just make it on the handle and keep up with your posts. Use that awesome hashtag C3370. So until next week, everybody have fun, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.